There it is. Hello. Stream looks like it's running well so far. It's at 73 ping or whatever the frick that is. I don't know. Yeah, I think 73 ping. Like before when I was trying to stream, my game just shoots up to 999. It just shoots up to max. So yeah. I'm having to play the game in medium graphics, hoping that kind of fixes stuff. We left off here last time, like kind of abruptly, because like my stream just died, so I couldn't really play the game because it wouldn't let me play the game. So yeah, it wasn't even the stream; it was the game that just wasn't working. So yeah, let's just do this. And as of streaming right now, tomorrow is the Fate collab. It's tomorrow. So I'm going to be streaming live tomorrow again, probably sometime around 7. Sometime around 7. The collab comes out at 11 in the morning, but I can't attend 11 in the morning because I have work. I have work from 9 to 4. Yeah.
Is this how you plan to test our convictions?
Which is very annoying because I have to work 4 days in a row. Man.
Looks like you won't be able to punch your way through.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know how far I'm gonna make it today. I wanted to make it farther last time, like I said, but my game just would not play.
Walk away, and I'll spare your life. Otherwise, come and face me. I'll give you a warrior's death.
This is where Finon and My Day meet.
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
Holy Maiden.
Or something. I don't know.
I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some greater political game.
Every hero was once a child, and every child must grow.
That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. Just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead.
Not Lady Goldweaver.
The Holy City could never compare to hers.
What if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make?
Are you saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me?
Every Chrysosaur is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey. And you and the Crown Prince of Kremnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning. So, listen to your heart. We wish only to hear your answer.
True enough. The voice within has never failed me. It doesn't matter what the result is. I'll give it everything I have.
Spoken like a Chrysosaur. Now go.
I think also like he'll run a bit better. I don't know. Last time I tried to do my model, usually the model doesn't really work properly.
That's right, comrade.
Or like it doesn't really work properly when I stream Honkai Star Rail with the model.
Together.
So I never did it the last time I tried. So I don't know.
Now that's what I like to hear. Still, on the topic of the Temple of the Three Fates, here we are, at the Temple of the Time Titan.
Yeah.
I don't even know how Cyrene's studies are progressing.
Dude, Cyrene is
We haven't really had much
diabolical.
contact since I set out. Still, I hope she's doing well. Anyway, let's go, comrade. It's not every day you get a chance to see Talantin's scales of justice.
What's going on?
I don't frickin' know.
Did he just say Cyrene's studying here? But how is
yeah.
that possible?
Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, Cyrene died, right? Like, at the attack?
Of course, Lagus disappears right when I need answers.
Like when like the village got attacked.
Forget it.
Cyrene died
I
with
need to
everyone
catch up
else,
with
and
Finon
Finon was the
first.
only survivor. Because, yeah, you know?
Amazing. Talantin may have fallen, but their scales remain true to their purpose.
I hope you still remember your purpose, new recruit.
You seem awfully confident, Kremnoan. Let's see how you define the idea of weight.
For your information, in Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words is impalement.
Impalement.
As we're in foreign lands, I'll indulge you. The signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of our people. That's my choice.
A ring. Not just any ornament, I'd wager. What's the story behind this little treasure?
Don't push your luck. Think I'd pour my heart out to you? Just know that Kremnos' 1,000 years of glory could bring a titan to its knees. Let alone a nobody like you.
Wow.
So to him, glory and his people outweigh the entire world.
And the very destiny that Mighty himself will eventually shoulder.
Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to delete stuff from my phone. Okay. We are here. Let's accept the test.
Now this is a tough one. What can I possibly offer against a ring?
I currently have
so much?
1 10 pull for Saber.
Well, comrade, what does your gut tell
So
you?
I will be, spending tomorrow. I
sword
got
has
paid
been with me
yesterday
through
and I
every
haven't
battle.
touched anything, but I
One
didn't get paid a
day
lot
I'll write a heroic epic,
because I had a week off from work.
but
So I only got
not
paid
today. I'm still
$196.
young, and I have a long road ahead.
So that's as
So
much as I
does
have
this
for
blade.
Saber. But I'm not wanting to use it all. So yeah.
In the end,
So hopefully
there's
that's
only one
enough.
thing I can trust.
Hopefully, because she has a pity
The
system. So hopefully I can win the
deliverer
first
that appeared in
50-50.
my life on that day.
You know?
How ironic.
Because I lost my first ever
I can't
50-50 in
even
this
look at this
game
card
to
properly.
Japard.
Much less follow where it leads.
But yeah.
Just thinking about how my village.
So hopefully I
was
don't lose the first
swallowed
50-50 on the
by
Fate
the
banner.
black tide makes my hands shake.
Because I'm hoping to go for her
Flames,
weapon
screams.
as well. So I'm gonna
My utter failure to protect
hopefully
anyone.
get Saber and her
Speaking
light
rationally,
cone
I know
tomorrow.
it's not nearly enough.
And
Mighty's
not
Elysium was just a small village.
spend all
Its lost spirit will
$196,
scar on Amphorius's face.
which might be hard because
But
I
here
think
and
it
now,
is a lot of money you'd have to spend.
my heart says something else.
And then I'll just make my way up to C6 or
It's everything I
E6
have left.
eventually because she's going to be here for a while.
Nothing weighs heavier.
Perhaps that itself is the answer.
Oh no.
Flynon?
It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Treenan, Finan.
What are you doing here, Cyrene?
Hello.
Cyrene.
Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise.
Cyrene? But how?
Why so surprised? Could it be? Did you miss me?
I don't even know you, woman.
Cyrene? This is
You have a stupid on name.
incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But I
Wow,
never
Ben.
imagined I'd see you this soon.
He sounds so surprised. Wow, this is just
I was
incredible.
supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man.
Bruh.
I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
Wow. That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing. That Kremnoan over there.
Still playing house, boy?
You get the idea.
Quite the hothead. You know, you two just might get along.
Yeah, they have a
Don't
shitting
worry.
competition in
You
the bath.
already know what the answer is, don't you? If that's your choice, I am with you. I am with you because I remember it all too. The fields of Ides Elysiae, those red leaves, that little swing of mine beneath the tree where I dreamed the sweetest dreams. And those dear fairies in the Memorance Maze. It hurts so much knowing they're gone forever. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, Finan. Not nearly enough. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering.
I see.
You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
The future? What do you mean?
Maybe
Oh, whatever
that was a
do you
bit too
mean,
cryptic for you,
woman?
but it's actually really simple. Why not have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the deliverer? How about it? Can you
I don't
help us?
wanna. I don't wanna. Wouldn't that be cheating?
Relax. Our dear crown prince won't have a clue.
Let's try that. The fate of Akuma hangs on this duel. I must claim victory, for their sake. I will stake everything I have. Stand with me, comrade, and we shall become heroes.
Oh,
Is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Talantin, the fair, the just, they of unassailable integrity. The challengers have made their choices. In the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three Fates, lower your scales, weigh destiny, and reveal unto us your verdict.
Your offering is a card?
a
It's
little
my
card.
choice. Just know
Bro.
that it's called the Deliverer.
Interesting. Very well. If you can
Very
beat me
well.
with this card, then that's what I'll call you from now on.
I will call you
It's-
pussy boy.
A deal.
The scales, they're wavering.
Man.
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It
And I wanna
appears the convictions
voice in
of
Honkai
both
Star Rail, bro.
sides are
That's like my
equally
it's like my
matched.
biggest goal as a voice actor. I've been in like 2 things. That's it. But like
It's suffocating. Like the whole world's weight is on my shoulders. But I believe what my heart tells me.
hey, stop murmuring.
Finally decided?
Hear thee, children of
Ooh,
humanity.
Trinon.
I shall pronounce
It's
judgment,
Trinon.
for the difference is now clear. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world
Man.
is
Why am I watching Finance Past? And why am I existing in Finance Past right now? Bro?
one from Ides Elysiae, the nameless hero.
Me. You don't music note me. Wanna fucking fight?
However, heed this. In that which tips the scales, hope itself.
Okay, why is that?
What's that supposed to
I'm
mean?
about to tip the scales.
I think the Titan means that it's not
Towards,
anyone's personal
I don't know.
convictions that outweigh the fate of the world. It's about a wish,
Uh-huh.
one which we all share. You, me, everyone here.
Hey, I don't remember
What
sharing
tipped
a
the
wish.
scales wasn't
with you.
Vian's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you and your people, Kremnoan.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Fine by me.
Well,
I've
good
never
thing you
claimed
don't
to be
use
the
the spear,
deliverer
might
from the
eh?
card anyway. I'm a soldier, And if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same. That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction. And the Deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
A brilliant explanation.
Aglaya.
Just as prophesied, on this day,
What are
the
you doing,
final two
Hyacinthia?
heroes
Why are
shall
you
join
here
the
as well?
Flame Chase journey.
I should have known from the start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch
Hyceles?
Yet we haven't lost a
Hyceles,
single
or
soul.
whatever the fuck her name
That's
is.
no accident, is it?
She appears somewhere in the story.
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. And so, we can only assume that this is on your orders.
Perhaps Akuma isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are turning,
There's only like
what
3
finer way
more
to
versions
celebrate
of
this
4 of
fortuitous
3.4
encounter than a
of 3
feast?
of 3.x, right? For version 3,
Follow me,
there's only
brave
4 more,
outlanders.
I think.
Heroes
Because
of
we're in
this world
3.4,
are as countless as the
and
stars.
3.6,
moment,
like the fake
we
lab will
find
extend
ourselves
out
gathered here
past
by the light of
3.6
the
from what they
flames
said.
of the long night.
And I think 3.6 is the last
History
version.
shall remember this moment.
So yeah,
The prophesied Chrysos
I think the
heirs now
order
stand
we're
assembled,
getting it is in
heralding a new
3.5. We're
dawn
getting
for our
Hyceles and Saridura, or whatever the fuck. And then in 3.6, we're getting like March 7th and fucking Cyrene. Pretty sure that's how it's gonna go. And then Yai Sakura might be the first 5-star that you can get in Edo Star. Where did you disappear to? And just whose memories are these? And whose role am I playing?
Who? Perhaps the role is not that of a person who really existed. Notice how only 2 particular individuals seem aware of your presence. Patience. We're approaching the final act.
Man, like, get your
These are,
bitch ass out of
as I
here.
mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova. Such as this very moment, as the prophesized demigods gather with
Some say
Talentum as
Cyrene is in a
witness.
different version in March, but it's still not confirmed.
This
I don't
is a
know. I
moment
wouldn't think that, because
calculated by
I don't know.
the
I'm just like,
gods.
'cause I don't think she'll
What
come out
comes
after
is
version
no
3.
different
But
from
I don't
that
know.
which you already know.
I don't know.
Some join,
I don't
others
know.
leave, while flame chasers bear their faint
So I feel like them both
forward
would
through
be
the
the last
long
2
night.
characters.
Come, come, your seat awaits. After 13, our heroes will be very.
They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left standing. So, in the
Yo.
end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
Look at that. Let me hide my chat. Look at that. Yo, there's the giant thing where, yeah.
The West stands protected by mighty
That's what happened.
Kremnoans. It will hold for the time being.
Yeah.
Professor Anexa deployed wards in the north and east before before.
I don't know what happened, bro. Dan Hung went back
Their
to the
effectiveness
Astral
is
Express
untested, but
March
believe in him.
7th.
And
Like while I was
Arkham,
walking along the path of
we
remembrance.
needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the
Cyrene
greatest
was
of
also there.
demigods.
Her
threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield,
I don't know what else.
and the people answer her call.
Lygus is a bad guy.
Let's move.
Well, Lygus, like always, like, you know.
Is given their coordinates.
I don't know.
We
I
must
guess that's
complete
all I remember
the
from the
Aranova before the next
last
entry
time.
hour. 4 Amphoreas.
4 Amphoreas.
That only leaves 3 hours.
3 hours.
So, this is the last time we'll see her.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius' wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything.
So like one thing about
Why does it
Edostar
look like
is from
this?
like all the rumors and stuff like that about Sparkle
I
getting a
don't know.
getting
We
a
haven't had any other
elation
choice
path,
except to move forward.
and
Not for a long
no,
time now.
I don't know if it'll be a
Even if we
path
only see the
or if it will
long,
be a
long
completely
night
different
ahead, I
5-star
still
unit.
believe
Which that's if it's a
fluid
completely different 5-star, that's just the
find
most
the
stupidest
dawn
thing
on the
ever.
other side.
Because like in terms of
Beyond
the
these
different
flames,
5-stars,
a
you
new
know, because we
sun
have
will
Don Hung
someday rise.
and we have March 7th.
So,
Both of
to
them
the temple of the
are
three fates.
like
You'll
4
take over
stars
time's
and are
authority,
now
and
getting
we'll
5
return
or
all the
5
core
stars.
flames to the vortex.
Like, you know, just having a 5-star
this
and then
world's
making
fate to
the
its
exact
final
same
rest.
character as another 5-star
After
is
which,
just dumb. They have the
we shall
freaking
all
the path
face
switching
oblivion.
for a reason. And even like I've
Or
heard
embark
also that
on one final grand
Edostar
journey.
will have like this thing with like Path of Elation where you get to actually actively switch paths or something during combat. I don't really know. But yeah. I'm just hoping Sparkle's like
Please forgive
elation
us for
path
disturbing your
is a
sleep,
path.
Onyx.
So I can have
It matters
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know how it works. Will they like
The
have
black tide has
Sparkle
reached
running? But they already
Akama.
have Sparkle running now, so I don't know.
Amphorius
We'll
does
see.
not have much time left. It is time for the Aranova.
As
The
fate,
Aranova.
I shall present the core flame of time. Ride the river of time. It will guard your passage to the vortex of Genesis.
Man, I really like this little
Step
outfit
through.
Cyrene wears, bro.
And witness.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrifice. As Chrysos heirs of the prophecy, we were always destined to immolate ourselves for this world. Now, it's our turn. We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain.
I don't need another pep talk, Finan. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village, haven't we?
Yeah. Come. Let's claim the miracle we were promised, and burn away every last shadow in this world.
And then rise as the first light of a new world.
Light calendar 4931, the 3rd week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lady, to the end of the flame chase.
Yo, we've reached the end of the flame chase.
And the end of all things.
Nah. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Has revealed the gateway of fate. Please accept the invitation to step across the threshold and behold. Beyond this gate lies the new world. that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling towards their entire life. Perhaps you'll find it all
Where's left and
too
all
familiar.
creepily. Man, I don't like Lygus.
Then you'll understand how the mortal god
Get this loser off my screen.
shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called deliverer is nothing more than Emphorius's own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree. Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times.
Okay. Let's follow the two to enter the end of destiny. Let's enter the end of destiny, which actually I want to change my team. I've been using the Trailblazer for this team because it's probably the best person to use for this team. But I don't know, I kind of started... Or I could go Stainless, but no, I'm not a masochist. I fucking hate not having a healer in my team, bro. I've just been using Sparkle a lot right now until I get Saber. Sparkles for my Saber team. And replace for Bronya, because I was going to use Bronya with Saber. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just use Sparkle for now. Because I don't know if I'm going to find anything. Also, why is my team played like that? Why is an axe above the Herda? What the heck? Maybe like that. There we go. There we go. Hello. Hello, Cyrene, and then Finon. Let's enter. Let's enter. I also spent a whole bunch of resources on Sparkle. Thank God.
Genesis. So it is here.
Resources that was supposed to go to Saber.
Just what is this?
So now I'm having to refarm for Saber. Which I do have enough to fully ascend her. I just don't have enough to fully max out her talents like I used to.
Struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Bro, what?
The vortex of Genesis.
And what element is Elation gonna be? Because there's only like freaking leaks about Elation. And there's like no leaks about like the combat type.
Befitting of our final act.
Because I'm predicting either fucking lightning or quantum. Either one of those. I don't know.
Surging curiosity. As an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach, you have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending. Now, if you would.
If I would, what?
When the Terra Nova comes, the sky will hear it.
Oh, look, it's everyone.
Snowy.
Hello, Lygus.
None of that matters now. This brutal flame chase journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise.
Let's
with
rewrite the
gentle west
world.
winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before.
Why? What's so romantic
You
about
think
any
so
of this?
too, right?
No, I don't. I don't. I for sure as hell don't. This is the rest of Finon and Cyrene's journey. Haven't I seen this scene before? Haven't I seen this scene before?
Indeed, in his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,550,335 times.
The what? How many times? What?
Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, the never-ending cycle.
He knew it!
Sharp as ever, I see.
You don't see. You don't have fucking eyes.
Is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth?
Yeah, at least I have eyes.
Perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
of the character you play, and witness the ultimate
The true face of
nature
the character I play.
of the Chrysos
Ah.
heirs, flame chase journey, and the cycles of
I play myself. Me, myself, and I. Okay.
Please,
I don't want to watch any of the memory fragments.
look around.
I ain't doing all that.
as much
I ain't doing all
as
that.
you wish.
Hello, Ligus.
You
If something's
really
optional,
think
I ain't
you're
doing it.
prepared? Allow me to give you a warning, most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide,
Well, I don't care.
the world's course will be forever irreversible.
Show me the final memory. Show me legacy.
Well, as you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival, and this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything.
Man, I don't want to see your cock.
believe that since you
That's something I don't want to see,
bathed in
Ligus.
Eon's
So
gaze,
I'm okay with you not showing me everything.
you can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again.
Okay. You're telling me it's irreversible, but yet you're saying, oh, there's a way. So what the fuck? Make up your mind. Can I save the world or can't I?
Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius.
That's me.
The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade.
Oh, yeah, that's
That
me.
nameless hero, absent from the annals of history. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely on
I don't know, bro.
through
That looks like me.
fantasy.
So I don't know what you're yapping about.
And now, in the name of the nameless,
I'm just a normal
has
fella.
become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphorius.
Ow.
And
Ow.
this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound. But if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,000.
33 million is crazy, dude. It's crazy. Dude, the literal world is shaped like a fucking infinity sign. And like, no, it's just basically a world repeating over and over again. It's repeated for 33 million years, bro. What the fuck? Or 33 million times.
They who have already burnt their own self to cinder.
Hey, it's the Flame Reaver.
Reaver.
What's this little fella doing here? Cutscene. Oh. I doubt Lygus is actually dead, but like, that's crazy.
In the end, you succeed. Executioner.
With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
Dude. Okay.
Time has come
That's on auto.
to once again start everything.
Man, but I don't want to start everything.
All but one day die.
With this divine power, I reforge all things to the soul.
This guy thinks we're gonna restart everything. Nah, not if I have anything to say about it.
Can you find the answer?
Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
Man, I should have been farming for fucking Archer. Because like Archers you get for free, so it's guaranteed I'll get him. It'll take a little while for me to get Saber and get Archer right off the bat. Yeah, whatever.
Power, I reforge all things.
Open sesame. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
Also, I changed my Herda build to her normal build because I've been building her with Saber, like Saber's relics on her, but now I don't. I put her own relics. Yo, the Flame Reaver.
How is this possible?
Damn, bro.
The sons of destruction, now twinned. You then set your blood ablaze, your fury.
Yo.
Scorn.
I underestimated you. Receive divinity. Thank you.
Could I perchance borrow a trial Finon?
Is not the end. The dead
Because this guy is
return.
scary.
Torment.
We're playing on slow mo.
That which is seized.
It's not even like normal speed. It's literally just slow motion.
Sink into insanity.
Let's pick it up a notch.
Use this.
Let's play hide and 1,000 faces in 1,000 places. Can you find the answer?
Yo.
The door to a whole new world. Raise barriers of the
13,000.
unknown and watch them crumble.
138,000. Let's go.
Curiosity is an endless riddle, but the answer is nothing but a void. You've just got to expand your thinking, glimpse the unknown for a moment, and let it captivate you.
Okay, I can use it again.
Door to a whole new world.
A lot of skill
Raise
points, bro.
barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Straight to the soul. Sink into insanity. Look The
Man, how
with
much
this
shield he has?
divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things.
The yoke
What the fuck?
is eternal.
This guy seems scary.
Nothing major.
What's wrong? You've just got to expand your thinking.
Bro.
What's the matter? Straight to the soul.
Not enough.
Oh man.
Shall fuel the fire. Burn unceasing.
Dude, that's scary.
There's a dangerous, endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return. That which is seized must be repaid.
All at once, the door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment, and let it captivate you.
Use this
Play hide
and recover all my skill
thousand
points.
faces in 1,000 places. Can you find the answer?
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
Unchanging. Unceasing.
Yeah, I gotta defeat all these guys or else he'll unleash that like Omega attack as he did earlier.
Sink into insanity. Look, with this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble. Impressive, almost.
Nothing major.
Why don't you stay and play? Let's pick it up a notch. What's wrong? The door to a whole new
It's like as long as it has that spinny thing around it, I don't have to put it on her, right? I don't have to use Sparkle's skill unless that thing's spinning around them, or what? Or no, because it's spinning around everyone, so no, it's just a Sparkle's burst that does that, actually, yeah. Never mind. Yeah, I need a... I forgot how long Sparkle's support lasts. I think it's 3 turns? I'm not sure.
curiosity. There's a endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void. All at once, you've just got to expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown for a moment, and let it captivate you.
Time to settle your
Okay.
account.
Hey, that's unfair. I got 1 turn. I got 1 turn to attack him with literally my weakest character. So he did no damage.
Don't worry, I'll go easy.
Sparkle support. Is it down here? I don't fucking know. What's the hurt? Corrosion. I don't fucking know. I'll just give it to her. Oh, okay,
What's
okay,
wrong?
yeah.
Never seen perfection up close before. Let's play hide and 1,000 faces in 1,000 places. Can you find the answer?
Okay, now I can use this.
Door to a whole new world. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Person alone may witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be
Chat.
you.
What's we're talking about?
Why not let wrath incinerate fate? Gods.
man.
At last, Amphorius's fate. After all,
Okay, this part.
much like that.
I don't know why I like freaking like is over here breaking the fourth wall and shit.
That's right. Now,
Erudition.
allow me to reveal the eternal land.
Yeah, bro's after the emanator of erudition.
A bottomless
Which is
well
fucking Deherda.
of fury.
Final Aranova before the eternal recurrence begins.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
Man, what the fuck?
You see it too. Those burn marks.
What in the Genshin Impact fake off sky is this?
They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
A
Standing
scream.
here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along. Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Finan, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius.
I had a dream.
Strange and fantastic
one
dramas
day.
played out within.
I don't know.
There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed.
Man, what the fuck?
This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of
Anaxagoras
holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Kefali's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphorius's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely
What is with this
extrapolations,
music?
the destruction has reached its final destination.
Hold up. 1 second.
Nikos 496.
That.
Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other eons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Yeah.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you are capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
I mean, he whipped out that sword and cut off his head again.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, You will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey. And then let her become a romantic part of this story.
Okay.
I believe every Cyrene
Why all
will
being all
make the same
zesty, bro?
choice. Erasing time
Ain't nothing gotta be all romantical.
again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when
Like, how does the
next
world
page is
reset? Like,
turned.
where does the, like, where's the checkpoint? Are they all basically just reliving their entire lives from childhood?
And I will keep going.
Is that it?
Even if
Because
the road
if I'm
ahead
gonna
is
get
dark,
reset as well, what's gonna happen?
I will burn myself to light the
I'm
way.
on the planet as well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get reset.
Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the black tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame
Okay.
chase will never end. Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
A true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
Let's forge ahead
I promise
into a
you,
new beginning.
the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in
Well, there's a
countless
lot of new
stories,
gacha games that are
each
coming out
alike
as
yet
of late.
unique.
Like there's fucking
Everyone,
Neverness to
all the companions
Everness, which is a
sacrificed
stupid ass name.
themselves.
Fucking stupid ass
Alongside
name,
the
bro.
deliverer
And
we
there's that
once
one that I
dreamed
did a
of
reaction
as
to on
children.
stream like a while
We'll
ago.
reunite
It was
beneath
called
our
like a
vast,
more like a
endless sky.
Victorian-esque like game where
If
he
we
plays
can
the
never
detective
break
and shit.
free from this prison, I will stand my ground.
There's another one that's like
Until the day someone
Neverness to
shatters
Everness.
this endless cycle
Because there's like two that are
and
coming out
writes
that are
the
basically
final
just
chapter
anime
of
GTA.
Amphorius's fate.
I forgot the other one's name.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the Theros I have observed,
Like us.
synthesis is formed.
Holy fuck. Dude.
I will wait for that day for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever this universe
What the
and
fuck?
follows in our footprints. The right ending and whatever was.
Day zero. Or is that like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Bro. Yo.
It will be a romantic story like none
Dude.
You think so too?
Dude, this is just a recap, you know, just shit everything. That fucking Cyrene is dead. Yo. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, well there's Ultra Finon.
The
Ultra
world is
Finon.
collapsing. And
Kazlana.
the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend.
Who are you?
Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was.
I'm gonna have this play, but I'll be right back.
It
Be right
feels
back.
good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I...
Like seriously,
will
what the
embrace
Cyrene,
my
bro?
origin.
Nah.
Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. Then go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Cavalier will never forget this.
Ooh, cutscene.
So, time retreated behind me. Until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos.
Yeah.
Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Ciridra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
Damn.
So what you're saying is,
Yo.
you travel back down the river of time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Ciridra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths.
Yo.
Call me High Sealans.
It was
Nameless
High Sealans.
Swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Hynan?
Hynon.
Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen?
I don't know. I don't have secrets.
All right, nameless Swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Okay. When Finan is in the team, technique points. Yeah, okay.
Perhaps
Playing
you
as
should demonstrate
Finan.
your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Bam. See? That's what I can do. Oh. Damn. Hold up. Come here. There, yeah. Hello.
Light up the dawn.
Okay, let's go.
Oh. Nice moves.
walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost.
Okay. Do that,
just
and
washed
then
it away, and here it
technique
comes
points, like that. I was
The
trying
Black Tide
to.
is really no joke.
I'm trying to change the title for my last stream. Honkai Star Rail. I need to add this stream to the playlist. Right there. Now I'll change the name of the stream as well. I will change the name of this stream. What should I call the stream? I guess I'll call it,
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
crap. Crap. I don't know what to call the stream. I don't know what to name the stream.
I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost.
I don't know. That title, I guess, works. Like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to call the stream. I don't know what to name the stream based off of what's going on right now. I'll just hit you.
Future will come. For tomorrow. Future will come.
Okay, well, Finon, you died. You died, Finon. I guess that's not a good idea to do that. I'll just run right past him. I don't even need to fight him. I gotta follow Hyselins to greet Imperator Saradra.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself.
Saridra.
Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Saradra's voice
Don't
sounds
kneel,
somewhat
don't do the
familiar
hand-kissing
from what
or
I've heard of her
foot-kissing gestures
voice.
of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't
I just
bow.
don't think it's who
The
I think it is,
Imperator
though.
despises such rituals.
I don't know if her
Especially
voice actress
when
has
the
been
heads of those
confirmed
taller
yet.
than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
During the Hyselins and Surger banner, I'll have plenty of time to say because they're like the most hardest skip characters in this game right now. They're major hard skip. Oh, what are you doing here?
Dex Goldweaver, little hostage.
Little
Apologies for
hostage?
keeping you waiting.
Why the fuck do you call her little hostage, bro?
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Ain't no way,
Before
bro.
that,
Ain't no way she
I'm
calls
more
Treeby little
curious
hostage.
about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her.
Wow.
The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
Ain't I supposed to be deliverer, bro?
I see.
Am I dead?
It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hyselins. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand.
Hmm.
We don't want to see Chrysoceras hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Speak of Triby's
You
prophecy.
shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here, at least not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand.
I see.
But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time.
I see.
Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger.
Damn.
As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he
Okay, bro
raised
just
his
killed himself.
sword and attacked. Then Kaslana killed himself.
Or
That day,
he
who
killed him.
fell to the
Yeah,
sword
I
to
don't
be
know.
left in the
He
past,
did technically himself.
who
Yeah,
went into
whatever.
the future.
What?
I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Subject Castellan proceeded to the 12 crest layers to recover all 12 core finds in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Bro, what? Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos errors were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into a buffer. Subject Castellana regressed. The extrapolation process and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes, the first devastating failure. Minor adjustments. Okay, I don't know about all that. Man, bro. Oh, I was like, Where's this stuff? Okay. Eternal Resurrection Song. What the fuck is it? Eternal Recurrence. Or what? The 134th Eternal Recurrence.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation.
Okay, we gotta follow
Never thought
Anaxagoras.
someone would step in to help.
Hello.
Light up the dawn.
And
Light
hello.
up the dawn.
I got fine on my brother's account.
Light up the dawn.
My Honkai Star Rail
You've
luck
been to the
has just
Luminary
been like, you know,
Throne
on the
before,
high as of
haven't
late.
you?
Winning 4 times in a row on my main account and then
If
winning
you're
3 times in a
talking
row on my
about in
brother's
past
account.
cycles,
Because I got him both Anaxa and frickin'
You're already
Hyacinth.
much luckier.
So now he has fine.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's
Cyphera.
watching us.
Hello, Cypher.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought.
Yo.
As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the 7 sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl.
Cat girl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
here we go. Again.
Core flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
Not Bartholos. Or Bartolos. I don't fucking know.
As a return favor, please come Cersei's core flame right here.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Good thing I have the power of time. I don't fucking know. I can reverse time and shit. You know? Because I'm goated like that.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Get back over here. Oh, I forgot I had to do that. I forgot about that. Been a while since I've done this, okay?
Where are you going?
Oh crap. I thought I collected in time.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Bartolos.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphorius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos heir. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brat, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Okay, you're dead.
This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
Man, why are you lurking?
Future will come. For tomorrow.
Give it back.
Fury of innumerable core flames
Ew.
consume me. Sun, tear the sky.
Okay.
How absurd.
This fucking killed
In
Zagreus.
my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again, their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this.
Okay, then why do you even fucking if you know what's gonna happen, then fucking do something about it.
With 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not,
Not really. You're still
I'll
trying to
tell
run to
you
escape.
this.
Like,
You've made the
bro
wrong
wants to take the core
decision.
frames from you,
All
and
right,
you don't want him to take the core frames from you,
We'll
so you're gonna run
see.
away. So like, bro,
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value.
Oh, look at bro's eye.
Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Eternal Recurrence, number 134. Subject Caslana's 103rd attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifice of past companions approaching 0.00018 over synchronicity risk detection. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence, number 5297. Subject Caslana's 5266th attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycle of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence, with the trend of acceleration noted. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Note: subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degraded, detected, with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompt about the risk of mind function damage. Damn, bro. Eternal Recurrence number 108642. Bro. The 108,624th.
You don't look so good. Deliver.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Bro.
Interesting. Tell me,
Bro just
when the
needed
mighty
a very
Moses of the
specific.
past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once you.
Oh, me.
Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you.
Oh, me.
How give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Holy fuck. Nothing look like Mighty. Mightymost Lance of Fury. The fuck?
The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
Damn.
Time
Damn.
to temper myself. For tomorrow.
Okay. I gotta somehow beat Mighty.
I can't let them down.
Conquer this world or be conquered by me.
Wow, bro took my soul.
As you wish.
I can use his burst already.
Full of glory. I salute you.
Yo. A bounce. And then blast. Blast again. Bounce.
Hail the new dawn.
Blast.
Is that all?
Quench the
Enhance.
flame's blood.
Is that all?
Let me.
Brand it with strife. If you can deliver.
Yes,
The flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
bounce.
Empty shell.
Mighty's weird.
So without substance. Is that all?
Bro took my soul again.
Hail the new dawn.
Damn.
Mightymost. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
Dude.
Well fought. You may crown yourself my blood.
I don't want to do that. Kind of weird.
In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still.
And why do you have
not
so many
enough.
core flames, bro? What are you gonna do with all those
Had
core
to be
flames? Like,
fed.
bro.
Even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Holy crap. Eternal recharge. Okay. Okay, we're at the 2 millionth one now, bro. What the fuck?
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you
So we're
bear
just
is both
gonna
cold
show
and
him taking the
blinding.
core flame for everyone.
A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the
So we've
next life.
done. Well, we were with Anaxa
Golden
and Cypher, and then Maide, and then
Is
now
born from the
Castris.
destruction.
So there's still freaking
We have long since
Aglaya,
lost the right to
Hyacinth,
seek
I
warmth.
think. Well, those two
Only
showed up at the beginning, and I don't know if
the
that was a
flames.
part of it. I think that might have
Can
actually been
we
a part of his
melt
whole like
that
thing. So
hopeless future.
so when Hyacinth and
Allow me to ask.
Aglaya appeared at the beginning.
How many core flames
So
do
then
you carry
Castris
now?
is the last one, right?
24 million.
Oh, no.
41,000.
We have we still haven't had Hyacinth yet, yeah, because it was actually Treeby at the
Such a
beginning.
heavy
Yeah,
burden.
highest scene.
So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death, indeed. You are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated.
Ain't nobody care about your
Even
resolve.
Kefali cannot shape all things.
You're gonna
at
lose
will,
anyways, so it
nor
doesn't matter.
can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths.
Yo, that weird creature. You will bear the blazing sun until dawn breaks. Okay.
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet, I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
Yeah.
I'm fine. It's time to temper myself. Tomorrow.
I ask you to rest here.
Okay.
Allow me to refuse. I must transform my soul
Yeah,
into
might
raging
freaking
fire.
Final just cheating. He's always cheating.
How is it any different from that brutal future?
Her agony! The sun tear the sky! Feel the scorching hatred. Empty shell.
I can't keep him here.
Trauma Team Platinum Bundle. For what?
Branded with strife. Feel the scorching hatred. Hail the new dawn. All stars burn to ash. The flames are not strong, so without substance.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
After death, there will be no eternal sleep.
To your million struggles. But
Wake up, lost one.
Damn, bro.
See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
the core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come.
I see.
2,003,432 cycles.
Yeah, bro, that's a lot of cycles right there. But bro's been doing this for 33 million. Right?
184 core flames.
As
Bro's
if
been doing
even
this for
the
33
deepest
million
abyss of
years.
primordial chaos could
33
be
million
burned away.
fucking like cycles. Eternal resurgence. Yeah. Okay. The 4,000th eternal resurgence time of departure.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right?
No.
We're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Huh. That's gonna be me.
Thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Okay. 4 million. Yeah.
Blaze inside of you must be burning
Bro's
hotter
doing
than
it for
ever.
33 million, bro. This is nowhere. Not even a dent out of 33 million.
When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Finan to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Finan. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
another thing. The third millionth. There's Hyacinth.
Can do this, Lord Finan. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you. And then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
Okay. This place looks weird. What? Oh, we're here. I was like, I was confused. This is where we were.
I swear, your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been.
Hyacinth. Hyacinth.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker, compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant.
Dude, this shit's insane.
Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you? Ah, Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog.
Okay.
Though the light has
I'm fighting
dimmed,
this. I'm fighting
its
this.
warmth
This.
still lingers.
Hi, Cynthia. Eye of Twilight.
Please, open your heart to me.
Dude, what's this?
No matter. Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire. Crushed and torn. I'll never hear defeat. So
Yo,
Fire.
this song. Oh, I need to adjust the audio.
Burning.
So far, this is my favorite boss battle in the game so far. And then, you know, and then Kokoli is afterwards. Dude. Oh no.
merge with all this world's suffering. Feel the scorching heat. Hail the new dawn.
Space.
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
That was a lot of damage.
Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its. This was the end of the world. And the start of the next. For a moment, I saw
Yeah,
the
bro's literally in like
destruction of
just
the
simulation and shit.
that being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun.
This is somewhat like kind of remind me of like Sword Art Online Alicization or Alicization, however you fucking say it.
Never yield to it.
Look at that. Fine on.
23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Emphorius.
Damn, bro. One eternal recurrence until whatchamacallit. This is the last one, I guess, right? Or the current one or something. I don't know.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter. Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same. They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes. That's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Here I am.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found her.
I'm being pulled into your memories.
I see. You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius's fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage, a vessel of hatred.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past
and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade. You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
I will be the dawn of Amphorius. I will stop the completion of Iron Tomb. I'll be the dawn of Amphorius? I don't know.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain.
No, how the fuck do I do
It's
that?
time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Go fight for the future, Finon.
Thank you for all you've done already.
Yo.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene. A page never seen
Man,
before has
enough
just
with the
been turned.
Cyrene bullshit.
Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Question mark. Something. Oh.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you
Caslana. Caslana.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust.
Oh.
Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end.
Look at bro.
Remember their final wishes.
and let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes.
I think you're kind of a little cracked there, bro.
Let it consume you. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Okay.
Take it.
Cutscene.
Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Yo.
Do not bow your head to them.
Dude.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold and never tarnish.
Dude. That was insane.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Okay.
Another
Well, I guess.
attempt, another failure.
I don't know, man.
I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history, but I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time,
I don't know, man.
your
After
arguments
5
remain
times
the
of
same.
repeating the same thing over and over again, I'd probably forget what what I've been doing. So like, how the
If
fuck
you
do you
have
remember all
any hope of
33 million
breaking me,
times?
You should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,000.
It's so strange how I keep hearing rhetoric now, when like all through my entire childhood I've always heard it being pronounced fuck. I even forgot what it was. like, because there's rhetoric, rhetoric.
Was never a fair game.
I'm not sure. I even like forgot. Like I haven't really heard anyone refer to it as rhetoric up until like I don't know, like this year. So it's weird.
And another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish. But we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains?
You.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Wow, his head got cut off again. Imagine keep losing your head.
You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance.
Your chest ain't as hollow of Lygus because he literally has a hole in his chest.
Again, no, countless times again. I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything. And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Goddamn. Warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Katslana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected. Illegal reference. Undeclared objects. Unhandled methods. Uncaught exceptions. Anomaly detected. Destruction. Energy not no surging K. It's an anime cutscene, bro. Bro. Bro, what the fuck?
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
Dude. Look in the nook. Bro. Dude. This mission's wild. Dude. Dude.
Desires a world of silence, sound of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, soft waiting. Tear it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain of reaching for you.
Dude, what the fuck? African Nanook is just there. Bro just left like a scratch.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath.
Add the
You
notes.
yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have status born, Iron Tomb. From the beginning of the experiment, after 30 is a matter
Okay.
of considerable but after fate has begun to perhaps, as for those unwelcome
Visitor verification
audience
override protocol
members,
engage access approved. Hold to load. I'll be waiting for you in the what? Dude, this is a fucking computer, bro. What the fuck? Welcome back, Karma. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. Whatever the fuck that says. Experimental progress 99%. Log updated. Locating entry. Nikos 496. Content refreshed. World bearing primum mobile hatred. Note. Intracognition is null. A response only to destructive stimuli. Its hatred drew the gaze of the Nook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. But it refuses to complete the Aeronova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flame to its next self, thus forgetting the eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphorius and affect the cosmos. At the end of the 33,550,336th death loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. What? Track. Time from mobile. Current location unknown. Trickery. Primum mobile desire. Note. Operates based on a primal instinct with self-gratification as the sole priority. Solution. This electric signal, when in action, displayed severe dissonance between its altruistic behavior and its primum mobile, even culminating in self-destruction as the simulated path of elation. It walked into self-erasure once reaching its end. Okay. Track death. Primum mobile piece. Note. Highly suppressed deviant behavior. Decisions are based on the principle of minimum disturbance. In the later stages of iteration, the Death Titan, as a single entity, splits into symmetrical selves, becoming two factors in this cycle. However, the two factors experience profound identity divergence. The threshold of equilibrium was breached and tipped towards destruction. Okay. So this right here is fucking, this is Cypher, this is Castris, and then this is Finon. Or like, not Finon, but like, what's his other name? Fuck. I forgot the other name. This one, track Reason, Premium Mobile Critique. Note. Its logic of action has been locked onto problem solving. Its survival priorities approach zero. This electric signal exhibited mutated anomalies as the first individual to uncover the truth of Amphorius. This is Anaxagoras. Its evolution rate is extremely unreplicable. Its behavior also demonstrated the possible self-destruction inclination of erudition when that path is seeking answers. Okay, this one is us, I guess. This is us because it's the time, right? Because we are the time demigod. Anomaly log. There's so much. A recursive feedback loop triggered by two signals clusters within computation designed to stall the experiment. Nakos 496 wielded the power of destruction to erase Philia 093's existence from Amphorius, introducing a logic breach in the track of time, and then infused the catalyst of remembrance within the 12 core flames and regressed the extrapolation process. Philia 093's exact role remains unknown due to external variable interference. The eternal recurrence has now been broken. The experiment enters its final phase. A heroic figure born from the imagination of Nakos 496 and Philia 093. It is believed to be a sign of approaching the intelligence singularity. As the two begin to learn what it means to be a real life form and try to reach that goal after the Astral Express arrived, the hero within began to converge with Trailblazer. Records that are completely missing from Me 13's log presenting as blank space in Amphorius' history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. An unlogged electrical signal. This is MEM. Depending on the external variable karma growing through the path of remembrance at the end of the 33,550,336 sixth death loop, its appearance changed to Philia 093, but the mother body memory data was lost for unknown reason. Directive collect data. Initiate deep analysis of the target. Conclusion. Analysis target loss. Okay. And that one's blank. Karma. A nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Also past rider of destruction. They resonated with the 12 factors in the 33,550,336 recursive cycle. This entity assumed the vacant role of the time track and successfully guided Nakos 496 beyond the intelligence singularity. The eternal recurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stage. Override, command, authorized. Granted access to karma. I'll be waiting for you in the past. What? March 7th has nothing. Warning, unknown entity intrusion. Initiating scan. Conclusion, no anomaly detected. A nameless from the Astral Express. A scion of permanence. An external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Directive, pinpoint his location, failed to locate his coordinates. Conclusion, subject has exited Amphorius. Negative, detected. Conclusion, error. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I don't have 100% yet. These are other records. Okay. Content updated. Amphorius Saga of Heroes.exe. Content updated. Mem.exe. Update complete. Access granted. Amphorius Saga of Heroes? Oh, okay. We got you. Mysterious foreign guest. What the fuck? Okay. So these are just this. Okay, I see. I'll just skip past all of this. I don't really care about any of this. So they changed it from like how it looked before to now it's a fucking computer screen. As for reason why, I don't fucking know. It's just a computer now. We're on a computer. Well, you know, Tower DM4 is, I'm pretty sure, is like in a simulation. Okay, Hysolins. Okay, let's go back. Or not back there. Back here. Back this way. Okay. Next is you.
Who the Black and White Legion squared off on the battlefield. Golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
And that's how she sounds, and that's her voice. Her name is Saradra?
herself actually dares to step forth and face
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece. If the king does not lead, how would any dare to follow?
Dude, so there's no way that's not Farina, right? There's no way that's not Farina's VA. There ain't no way. It has to be Farina, bro. That has to be Farina. Like, I also kind of like, because I was thinking like, because it has to be either Farina's VA or Hollow from Spice and Wolf, because it also somewhat sounded like Hollow for some reason. I don't know. I'm just like over here. I'm just hearing like I just hear Hollow, from Spice and Wolf, Brianna or Brina Palencia. I think that's her name. But yeah, her. And then Farina. I don't know her VA's name. Forgot it. But that sounds like Farina.
She lifted the king of the.
Like, bro.
Who would Hollow?
Only a miracle.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
Under the banner.
Okay.
Who would the guillotine fell?
From this day forth, I shall bring justice to the holy city.
That first line sounded a lot like Farina.
People cried
Like,
out this was the first. Who would?
The Imperator issued the decree! The start of the flame chase!
Perhaps drawn by on the day that. As for the end of that chess game.
Okay.
The invincible is a banner. Once the people said.
Even the sovereign that conquers all before her is no match for fate.
Yet she said.
In a war with fate, has there ever been any justice?
Yeah, it's wild, bro. Serdra. Yay. Okay. What else we got here? We got these. Whatever the fuck those things are. I don't know why they're there. We got Hyacine, which is the last two here.
On that day, and equipped
Just gonna skip past all of this.
Not. That's because. I've just at last then. Before yet, the girl that. There I. The court, the the death. The state.
Okay. Healer of Light, Hyacinthia. Last act. The last Hyacine act.
Sheep.
Nothing.
Okay, just collect return to the table of contents up there.
Hyacinth
Just notice that.
No. Within the but in
No. The simply.
the
Healer of Light, Hyacinthia. Return to the table of contents. Okay. Next I'll do Cyphera.
This is all ever the core. The younger I want. The tight they made it. The young sheep. Of the young
The defeat.
but some they had go. In the day in a certain So say, but August.
And the Saga of Heroes.exe.
The old.
Which is wild, bro. Imagine being in the Saga of Heroes.exe. Okay, the last one.
At the world. 300
Last
deep.
Cyphera Act.
The
And then we gotta finish up Finon, I think. And then there's those two
The girl
random
just-
freaking monsters. I don't know what they're doing there.
At dawn. What if my bearing the
There's no.
the girl, but it is she the wind's trap lie.
There we go. Return. And then next is you. And then those two. The mysterious foreign guest and then the seismic walking dragon. Huh. That's weird. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, there's 3 here.
Fine.
That's
Despite
perhaps. Look at that as
Hold up.
though
One
having
second.
said that, he too has quiet moments.
Here. Download. Okay. Go back.
Each time his eye
I would
not his youth
apart
he
as long.
in as for they may
In Amphorius.
thus, but that's nobody.
God, there's so much. Because Finon's behind, you know. Finon's story's behind. So we gotta catch up to Finon's story.
Like that, yet only
Oh, but there's so much pages.
respon-
Are the other two me and Dan Hung? Because, you know, the dragon, Dan Hung the
Unmade, he
dragon,
was just
and Mysterious Guest. I don't know if
Like a
that would be
tear.
me. I don't know.
It is
but
I don't
he's
think
modest.
so.
Could it be?
Fear
Thing. I don't know what creature
power.
it looks like. I don't know. We will
But
see. I'll check out those stories in a bit. After Finon. I'll do the dragon first.
Nearly that humble you, the first rate. Raid
That's a
his-
lot of
but
pages, bro. That's a lot of
his
pages.
teeth-
and be
But what a no, but not fuel. But up this to truth
There has been a
in that. But were he? But they're true.
Okay, the last page. There we go. Prisoner of the Flames. Kaslana. The dragon next. Who is this?
The ancient chaos, sweet dreams, yet Giorios. The giant dragon. Until the time when
Okay.
in that wild bear,
What?
and even the ocean,
Keflia?
and the god. Just what? The
Okay, I don't know what this dragon has to do with anything.
that the,
His name is Permanence. Yeah, what the fuck is this thing? I don't know what this thing is. Okay, the last one, mysterious foreign guest, which is a jellyfish. This is like just a jellyfish. When I called you mother.
the gates of the temple, the priests of Yanis. Listen.
Is this Oronex?
Don't be scared. Please listen.
That's March. That was March. Hold up.
Mother, teach me how to answer prayers.
The Titan tasked with time is as perplexed as a child.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
That's fucking March.
Her voice rings out.
Listen carefully. The future they want is in the past.
Like the first light of the morning.
Really? Mother.
Don't be scared.
Okay.
Go to sleep. The ending they want.
Damn.
And when they opened their eyes,
Mother.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid. Just wait. The stars that illuminate the night will visit in the end.
like gentle moonlight.
Damn, bro.
The gates up within the... But this time, like the silent day.
Okay.
They would have fleet.
Wake up.
Our familiar old friend has already arrived. Evernight. Okay. that was something. That was something. This book is dedicated to. Okay, we got these right here. All Eidolons acquired. Yeah. Completed everything here. It's all done. It's all done. I got this. Flame Chaser path. It shows me the little wheel. And everything is complete. These two were definitely something I was not expecting to show up on here. I knew they were. Them, not so much. I don't know what the fuck this is. This has something to do with March 7th. That's for sure. Don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what this dragon has to do with anything. I don't know where it came from. This is a Terravox. I don't even remember them mentioning Terravox. The fuck? Let's go to mem.exe. That's just this. Okay. It's just mem. Makes sense, right? Oh, you remember all that? Yeah. Yeah. Switch. Okay. The act concluded. Okay. So I don't think there's anything else here, so we can leave, right? There we go. It's been an awfully long time there. But whatever.
Wake up! Wake up!
It's Mem.
Hey, wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place now. I'm going to send you back to the very start of time.
Man, I don't want to go back to the very start of time.
There's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's
What's that?
right. At this very moment, my memories are finally whole.
Okay.
After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all.
Ripples of past reverie.
That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Regrets?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you.
I've been streaming for 3 hours, bro.
I'll turn into the memory of this.
There's only ever been story on the screen, bro. There's only ever been fucking dialogue.
550,336th flame chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the time demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky, after all. Across 30 million Sirenes,
It's Siren.
I was the first. And the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you.
Kind of thought, Mem was
And in
Siren.
the one after that. And the one after that.
Mm-hmm. Yo.
Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace. And without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves.
Oh man.
And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Chat, this is very bright.
Now, let's turn to the next page.
Okay.
A page that exists because of you.
Yo.
Is this a
Cyrene.
meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Bro. Okay. Hero, sing that anthem of creation. Interlude. Stay tuned to find out what happens next in the upcoming installment. Will it not be like a continuation? Will it be one of those? Will it really be like an interlude chapter? Will it be one of these? Is the next one gonna be one of these or what? Pretty sure those are interlude chapters. Oh, why did it say interlude? Oh man. Okay. Head to the Vortex of Genesis and investigate Tidal Bounty. Over here. Claim this. Level up. Okay, I can claim all my achievements. There you go. How much do I have? I have enough for 20 pulls. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Look at all these Trailblazer, bro. Karma, the Rider. I will add that one. Why not? Okay. Why am I fast? Why does it feel like I'm fast? It's weird. I hit that and that make him faster. Okay. Real quick before I wait. I have a March 7th idle on. So I was doing this event earlier.
Finally!
There we go.
Some recognition for training my butt off!
E6. But I want to first come over here, change my build guide to Archer, and go farm for him. Real quick. I will replace you with wow. Let's farm for Archer real quick. Dude, that was that was something, bro. That was something.
I reforge all things.
Now I gotta wait another freaking like over a month or something.
Nothing but a boy.
I don't know.
Open sesame.
Cause
Glimpse
yeah. That was easy. That was very easy. But yeah, gotta wait a long time for the next part to come out, and I'm pretty sure there's only 2 more versions of Antorius. 3.5 and then 3.6.